If it's Tuesday, it must be wine tasting. Good evening, my name is Johann. I'm a senior consultant at Rosendal Winery. And welcome to all the viewers, especially the tasting box guys. Tasting room. You can buy wine online at www.rosendalwines.com. Okay, enough of the formalities. Good evening, Therese.
Thank you, Johann.
And welcome again.
Thank you.
Old faces, new wines.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
definitely. Okay. So what have you got in store for us tonight?
Well, we've got a Pinot Festival of
Wow.
our sleeves this evening. In your tasting room box, you would have gotten 3 Pinot-inspired wines. The first one is our Pinotage Rosé. The second one is our Barony Bonnet Pinotage. And the third one is our Pinot Noir. So it's Pinot all around.
All distant family.
Yes, all distant family, of course. Of course. You want me to start?
Of course you can.
Yes, let's start.
Let's
start. Okay, we're going to start with the rosé.
take my bottle.
Ta-da! It's a 2015 Pinotage Rosé. The 2014
Yes.
sold out in I think in about like 2 months.
Yeah. A little bit over 2
Yes,
months.
I wanted to purchase some for Christmas last year and I couldn't. It was gone. It was gone. So
As you lose.
yes. So this is our first wine. Okay.
100% Pinotage?
100% Pinotage. This is from Swartland grapes.
Okay.
And all the vines are very young vines that aren't really meant for creating bold Pinotages yet.
Okay.
So
Sorry, what is young?
young vines are vines that just come into bearing. So it will be vines between 4 and 6 years old. Because it takes about 4 years for a vine to produce, abundant fruit.
Okay, young as I understand the young, but I also thought about young harvest.
Oh yes.
Is that
green
also a
harvest.
factor? Is that a green harvest?
Green
Is that,
harvest.
is that also a factor in rosé to pick the,
Yes,
the grapes?
some people do. Some people do that. When you have an older vineyard that you actually want to make like proper full-bodied wines from, red wines from,
Yes.
you may do a green harvest where you pick early when the grapes aren't 100% ripe.
Okay.
Yes, but that's not the case here. So this is from young vines. They were properly ripened and yeah.
But talking about young vines now, I'm sorry I'm hammering on this, but because to me that's new and that's a sort of a factor that I want to know about and maybe the viewers too. Young vines, they're not mature obviously. Do they have lesser quality or full-bodiedness in making a wine, or would this be better for like a rosé to use younger vines as in using older vines?
Yeah, it's difficult because it all depends on the terroir. There's a lot of factors to consider, right? But consider, but to play it safe, and if you have the means, yes, it's a good starting point to make a rosé from a young vine.
Was that a trick question?
No, it's not.
Okay.
We actually have 2 questions.
Yes, we have.
So the first is from Donnie Jansen van Vieren on Facebook.
Okay.
And he wants to know, is virtual drinking okay while driving? And we have a second question from Mr. LaRue, which is asking, the Rosendal Rosé, is that a medium-bodied or a full-bodied wine?
Okay, let's take the second question.
Sorry, we were referring to the wrong question. It is actually, is this a Blanc de Noir style one? Sorry.
Okay.
So, yes, in a sense, it is a Blanc de Noir style wine because it was red grapes that was treated as white grapes.
Okay.
And that is what a Blanc de Noir is. A Blanc de Noir means white from red. So it's red grapes that's been treated as you would white grapes in the cellar. And the first one, no, it's not okay.
Okay, can we do the wine tasting?
Yes,
now, please?
yes, of course. Okay, so
It has to be cold.
yes, it's
Colder than normal wine, you think?
No,
really,
not white.
but
You should
yeah,
treat it
just
as
nice
white.
and then chill.
So for me, there's a lot of candy floss on here, and lots of strawberries, and like sweet cherries almost. Sour cherries on the finish.
It's perfect, obviously for the summer, but it's also a good food wine.
It is because it's a little bit more complex. So you can actually have it with maybe a piece of salmon or yes, especially smoked salmon. That would
Thank
go
goodness
well.
for Christmas. We eat so much nice things over Christmas time. And our wines that we've got tonight will benefit for anything that we're going to have over Christmas. We're not working out the menu for everybody, but everybody's having more or less the same over Christmas. And from gammon to fish and duck especially, well, I'm running ahead, I think, with the food, but I mean, it's Christmas time. Yes. Okay. Good.
Okay, great. Okay, fabulous.
This is nice and fresh. I think this is for me, if I can say, better than the 2014 actually.
Yeah, it's
for me,
a little bit more substance.
More substance. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's a little bit more fat around the edges. Okay. Yes. No, we have to.
Okay. You guys must, if you want to go for the question thing, and really we'd like your questions. We can't always answer it, but we will try. Use your Q&A button on your screen. Sorry, my face is. Okay, did you see me? Use the Q&A button on your screen, and then ask us questions. We'll try and answer them.
Okay, great. So the second one we have is the. Show the viewers what it is.
Okay.
Okay. It's the Barony Benet Pinotage.
Okay. So what is Benet again? Just explain to them why it's called Benet or Benet or the pronunciation.
Benet means being in Norwegian.
Okay.
And it's to do with the fact that this wine has got a really a strong coffee flavor, mocha and all of that, and yes, so we named after a coffee bean.
Okay.
Yes.
Where does that coffee come from?
Coffee actually comes from the wood treatment of the wine.
Okay. So yes. It's not the environment that will have like that. It's all about the wood.
It is, yeah. It's a wine that was made in Celia.
Okay. And that's manipulated, or is that a natural way to get that kind of flavor?
Well, it's natural in the sense that you can use a natural flavoring like wood. So to actually make those wooden staves, because it's all French oak, that's was produced in France from trees in the Vosges or Allier or Nevers forests. So it is natural in a way, but you manipulate how much you put in.
Okay, but you don't. There's no essence.
No, there's no essence. There's no essence. It's you're not allowed.
I need to ask that, because a lot of people think, when you talk about coffee or you talk about even asparagus or things, and not even me, but there's a huge population in this country. When I go to a wine tasting the first time, they think of, they hear things and then they think coffee and things that they don't sort of normally relate to wine, and then they think people do put extra things in wine.
No, it's not. It's not. It's actually not allowed because wine is a very natural product. So
that makes it even more spectacular because it's natural.
No, definitely.
Okay, let's go for the wine.
So we are back to the question of Mr. Leroux,
okay,
which I jumped the gun previously. So the question on the Pinotage tonight is this wine intended to be a medium-bodied or a full-bodied wine?
For me, it's definitely a medium-bodied wine. It's medium to full. Depends what you.
Yes. No, I'm not sorry. I'm actually. You know what? May I say this? I'm not a Pinotage fan. I never used to be a Pinotage fan. May I say that in respect. But can I say I like this?
Yes, you may.
Yes. I find it accessible. I find it accessible, and to me, I don't want to fight with wine. I want to enjoy wine.
Yes.
And a lot of wines out there, especially the big tannin wines that you need to keep for decor for 20 years or 10 years, whatever it is, you know, wine needs to be enjoyed. I mean, and it's a fun thing and it's a social thing. And I don't want to fight, and I don't want to sound clever when I drink wine. I want to sound like I enjoy it. And Pinotage to me is one that I used to fight with. And this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it is. It's something that everybody relates to. I mean, when they smell it, they smell the coffee.
Yes, you.
And that's great. If that gets people to drink more wine,
it's still subtle. It's not
happy.
like making coffee in the morning and then you have like
definitely.
just that. So food-wise, now you're saying coffee, so it can be chocolate that you can do that even with dessert.
You can. You must just watch out for the sweetness. Don't make it too sweet.
Yeah. Or a chocolate chili sauce with a nice fillet.
Yes.
This will enhance that.
Yeah.
To sort of balance the flavors, and then also, as I said.
And also, it's a strong combination, but it works is like curries. Yes, because Pinotage can be sometimes very wild, so you need something to balance it. Okay.
So just quickly about the background of this. That this comes from Wellington.
The grapes come from Wellington.
So Wellington is a warm area, but this is from a cool side of Wellington.
And this has actually got about 10% Petit Verdot in it as well.
Oh.
Yes. So that puts a little bit of a zing to it. Johann? Yeah.
We have another question from one of our studio viewers.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, so the question is, you were talking about flavors of wine and aromas and everything else. So this is a common question that I hear when I'm in wine tastings. You use yeast because yeast helps ferment wine, correct? So you need yeast. So do you really get chocolate flavored yeast, asparagus flavored yeast? Does this really happen? Because this is what I've heard. Is this true? Does yeast help flavor the wine?
That's a very good question. It is a very good question. Some flavors get influenced by wood, by maturing the wine in wood, and some it's difficult to explain, but yeast, it's not like they have this little studio where they make these little chocolate bits that makes the aroma. It doesn't work like that, but they take especially things like asparagus and pineapple and tropical flavors. Yes, what the yeast does, it goes and it takes those esters and those flavors that they get in grapes, and they change it all around. And then they make like pineapple flavors from it, and they make guava from it. They take other things in the wine as well. Like, for instance, guava is it's not very commonly known, but it's a flavor that
Sauvignon Blanc.
Yes, that's actually derived from sulfur. So they take sulfur, and the yeast takes sulfur, and they take some of the esters in the wine, and they make this guava profile. It's amazing, yeah.
But winemaking process per se is manipulation. From the minute you start planting the vines, but you manipulate the where you plant the vines.
Yes.
You manipulate the vines by canopy management, watering or not. What would you use from what country? And what type of wood you use. So it's all about manipulation, isn't it?
It is. But that's what makes it so wonderful because you never know what the outcome is going to be. So everyone is actually an experiment.
Does that make you powerful?
No.
Or feel powerful?
A chemist. A magician.
Okay, you guys must just remember to, if you want to buy online, it's www.rosendalwines.com. If you really want to taste these wines for yourself, and if you're an audience with your mates that bought this wine, buy your own.
Yes, and use the Q&A button.
Indeed, the Q&A button is also important. But buy the wine anyway, you know, and you'll be part of the family, and then it's a good family to belong to.
So, yes.
What else do we want to know about this?
No, just do that, you know, it's very, for me, this wine is very powerful in the entry. It's got loads of fruit that's really balanced by the oak, and it's smooth.
It's definitely like
it's
a
very, very
Merlot almost
smooth.
in a way. It's just very, okay, I'm not going to say it's like a Merlot, but you know, it's just very, very gentle.
Okay, next one.
Oh no.
Yes, you have to.
Okay, just one last.
Okay, great. So now we're moving on to the piece de résistance.
Now this is exciting, guys. This is the first time since our start of our company that we've got this. It's a Pinot Noir, 2013, and we've never had Pinot Noir before, so this is all a good, because you know the snobs out there and the guys that know their wine and everybody that's trendy and sorry, I don't drink anything but Pinot Noir. Well, Pinot Noir, and please, this is good, and please buy it because it's good.
It's very popular, and it's almost like, yes, we've been selling loads of it. So, and we don't have loads of it.
Yes, we started selling it for about 2 weeks now, and I tell you, it's going out of this call center like you won't believe. Okay, Pinot Noir.
Right.
You had a very nice discussion with us the other day about Pinot Noir, and I learned so many things about Pinot Noir that I never knew, and I'm actually so excited because facts like the age of this grape and the history of this. Just briefly tell us where Pinot Noir comes from and why is it so important to the wine industry.
Well, Pinot Noir is nobody knows the exact origins, but everybody suspects it's from Burgundy in France.
Okay.
It's one of the oldest cultivars known to man. It's actually 1,000 year older than Cab. It was when the Romans invaded France. When was that? That was when
BC.
Yes.
50 BC, something like that.
Yeah, no,
300 BC.
It was AD, eh? It wasn't BC.
Okay. Asterix and Obelix. You watch this like
Yes. Anyway, yes, when the Romans invaded Gaul,
yes.
At that stage it was
See,
Gaul.
you read Asterix and Obelix.
Yes, no, I did. I love Asterix and Obelix.
Because you know Gaul.
Yes. Well, at that stage, Gaul was known as Gaul, but it was actually, well, modern day France.
Yes.
So when they discovered the grapes and made wine from it, and they loved it, and that's where its popularity is coming from. And what's so amazing about this grape is that it's actually it makes a very elegant wine, but it's so powerful that it's very unexpected. Like when you look at the color, it's very light.
Yeah, but it's not. It's got a tinge around it, almost like a muddy brownish color.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that.
Age,
This light is really bad too. It's actually.
It would be sitting inside the cellar, you know. You can't, you know, and it's semi.
Dim.
Okay.
So on the nose, there's lots of cloves. There's some licorice there.
Yes, licorice I get. Definitely. It's like mint and sour cherry.
Yes.
While you guys are swilling, we actually have another question from one of the girls in our studio.
Hi Johann, hierdie vraag is vir jou, my skat. Jy sê mos jy is nou die senior consultant van Rosendal wynery. Ek wil net weet, sê vir my, hoekom moet ek jou wyne koop? Julle twee, julle praat nou baie mooi dinge. Ek het nou baie geleer. Goed wat ek hier voorheen geken het, ek weet nou van dat jy nie verskil tussen AC en BC ken nie en al die dinge, dis reg. Die wyn lyk fantasties, maar sê vir my, hoekom moet ek jou wyne koop? Sê vir my, as ek jou wyn koop, Johann, wat gaan jy vir my doen? Dis wat ek wil weet.
Okay.
Wat maak jou verskillend van die res? Ons het die beste wyne in die wêreld. Suid-Afrika maak fantastiese wyn. Hoekom koop ek Rosendal? Sê vir my.
Good. Here's the black. Must I do that in English? Yes. Okay. The question was from the very audience. Why should somebody buy from us? Because somebody can get wine from anywhere in the country, and we've been in existence for almost 8 years now, and we are in a very difficult and very cutthroat and very competitive environment selling wine. There are a lot of wine out there, so to make it successful and to be successful, you've got to be something else. You've got to give somebody a little bit extra, and I think at Rosendal we do give something extra. We are a company that belong to a family of good consultants. As our manager always says to us, we are the best consultants in the country because we know how to relate to our clients, number one, and we also relate to the wine. But the wine obviously is important because our wines are good, and that's where Therese comes in, and she's been giving us good wine. But still, why Rosendal? The service, the guarantee as well. You know what? You know, I hate to mention it because when you speak to a new person or a new client, you know, it's always about how do I know this wine is good? You know, we've got 100% guarantee and all that, and we need to have that even for people that know their wine, especially for people that know their wine. You buy wine over the phone or online, and how you know the wine's going to be good. We have the guarantee, and so if there's anything amiss with the wine, but it's about your palate at the end of the day. If you buy wine, and for 7 years you've been buying wine for us, so every time your quality is there for you to.
Yes, I think that I mean, we've had customers, we've actually been going for more than 10 years now. And we've had customers that's been with us for 7-8 years. Yeah. We have consistent good quality. We received 7 4-stars in the Platter this year.
That's correct, yes. That's a nice.
Yes. It's I think that and our consultants have very good relationships with our customers, and we have something special. I mean, there's always something special in the mix.
Yeah.
Like this wine, for instance.
Back to the Pinot Noir, we actually have a question from Sylvester, and the question is, the characteristics of Pinot Noir in South Africa. Are they experimenting with regions in South Africa to create individuality, or are the South Africans trying to emulate this history that you were talking about just 5 minutes ago?
I think definitely we are trying to do our own thing. We are not Burgundy, so we will never be Burgundy. It's no use trying to be. But yes, there are people that's doing fantastic things. Pinot Noir loves colder areas, so the Overberg, Hermanus, Orkebay.
Yeah.
And that's funny because they get a maritime influence. So they get the sea breezes, and you can actually, in some of the wines, you can actually smell that sea. You can actually smell that terroir. Pinot Noir is also a cultivar that actually soaks up all the flavors of the soil. So if you don't have good soil, you will actually smell and see it in the wine. So it's very, very important.
It's very reflective of the
terroir.
Yes,
Really. These particular grapes were from the Robertson area.
Okay.
So that's continental climate. That's totally different. And I think it just makes the most beautiful wine. It's more cherries, it's more strawberries, it's more towards a warm climate, but with a certain minerality. And the wood finishes on this wine really complements the whole package.
I think that's why I like this Pinot Noir more than sort of the so-called cooler climate, because I felt this is the more the longevity of the taste in a longer finish. Okay, this is important to me because it's Christmas coming up. This is a perfect wine for Christmas because, as I mentioned right at the beginning, it's a wine that you can pair with anything from fish up to duck. So if you don't have this on your table in Christmas time, losing out. This is definitely the best food wine around.
No, definitely. Pinot Noir is one of those wines that you can take to a dinner party if you don't know if your hosts or if there's white or
is this the new Merlot? This is the new Merlot.
It's much bigger than Merlot. But yes, it's a very versatile wine, and you can enjoy it with loads of dishes. This is actually very nice when it's chilled down a bit, especially for us in our summer Christmas. So chill it down to about 16 or 17 degrees Celsius, and if you have a nice big wide goblet, that will also do the trick. It's a very fragrant wine, but it's also shy, so it needs a little bit of
okay. Everything I've said about Pinot Noir in the past, please forgive me.
You've never said anything now, so don't start.
I was a bad.
It's nice, okay?
Right. Okay. So just to take the three wines together. Obviously, Pinotage is sort of mutant of Pinot Noir, and the Pinotage Rosé is a wine that's treated different than the normal red Pinotage. So that's the family.
Yes,
that's the family. And you can have this all three on the same table during lunch or dinner, and they will complement each other.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
What else we need? Okay, just lastly.
No more questions?
Are there more questions? But just to recap again, thank you for viewing, and please buy online www.rosendalwinery.com. Thank you very much for watching, and please those guys that are members and also clients of us, contact your consultants for some wine. Well, we are still busy in operation and selling wine for the 19th of December. So please pick up the phone or send us an email and consult us, and we'll consult you and then getting the wine to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Therese, again.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thank you.